Hi guys, hey, it's Ange with Feisty Butterfly Tarot, and today we are doing a reading called Killing Bluebeard. It's a little heavy, so brace for that. It's not as light as some of the others I've done. And we're going to take a look at this. Hopefully it's helpful and reaches to those who it needs to resonate with. It's a 6-card spread, and I've been doing some that are straight up from a deck. That slid really good, and then some that are combinations, and this time I feel inclined to use these 2 decks, so we'll be using the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot, and also, the Grand Lux from Ciro Marchetti. So, I'll go 1 here. Two, 3, 4, 5. 6 here. Okay. Wow. All right. Bluebeard, basic story. Young girl is married to a wealthy merchant who's a foreigner. She moves into his castle. He gives her the keys. Like, she has all the keys to every room in the castle, but says, don't go to the basement. So he goes for a business trip, and she's been curious, of course, what's in the basement, what's in the basement. So she takes the keys, opens the basement, and finds in the cellar all these dead wives that he's killed before, just bones, right? So she finds all that in the cellar. So then she's pretty worried because he's coming home, Bluebeard's coming home, so she's running through the castle up to the top, and calls the, I think the 4 winds, calls her 4 brothers in, calls for help, asks for help to get the directions, and ends up rescuing herself and getting herself out of the situation. So we're going to go with the read. First part is Bluebeard asking, or us asking ourselves, what's the nature of my predator? What's the enemy to my wild self? You have the 5 of Cups. This is sorrow. This is grief. In fact, this girl is like this. She's seeing losses. She's feeling trapped. She's not seeing any joy at all left. She's in despair. Like, this is sometimes a card that comes up when somebody has died. This is a sad and card of deep sorrow. The emotional joy and sunshine and light just can't be seen yet. She can't look away from there. So that's what's predatory on your mind, is carrying that grief too long. Number 2. It's called The Key, and it's, what do I know deep in my soul that I wish I didn't know? This might be knowing and feeling that sun is warm, and knowing that there's warmth there, even without seeing the cups. Knowing there's light that could be let in, and knowing that you're focusing on this. This is the knowledge of 2 different equally heavy things. Like, is it a betrayal to let go of that loss? Is it a betrayal of self to decide to move forward? This is keeping the blindfold on, not looking at what is there for options. Not looking, focusing downward, not looking to the sun over there in that picture. Not being willing to see the light, and she's got some. Not willing to be ready to emotionally reflect with the water behind her and her back to it. Having to make a choice, this stillness, this stuckness in the grief. That's what you know, but you don't want to know. You know you're choosing, even though you've got 2 choices to move forward or be stuck, you're choosing stuck. You know there's other choices still. All right, next out, 3rd, the Dead Wives. Holy moly. This deck is this deck is good too, but this one is unusual, and it's badassery, blunt, to the point, let you know, no kidding around, no BS. Okay, the Dead Wives. What of myself lays dying or dead? What part of my psyche has Bluebeard preyed upon? It just almost makes me sad. It's the High Priestess. It's this known to the bone, inner knowing, known deep down in your soul, known to the bone. Trusting your intuition, letting mysteries unfold, allowing for that part of you to be in tuned and aligned, allowing that knowledge to come through the chakras, the crowns, and keep your spirit where it needs to be. Yet you've been lost in this. This is what's preying on you. This is the dead wives. It's down below what's been laying and dying and preyed upon. Like, this is like almost poof out of there when you're so stuck in sorrow that you can't acknowledge anything. Okay, next out, the brothers. It says, what can I call upon to help me? You wouldn't think calling upon death in this situation would be very good. But death is coming for her one way or another. If Bluebeard gets her one way or another, she's toast. Death has already happened. This has happened. Whatever this thing is that caused the sorrow in your world, it's happened. There's transformation to be done. There's sunshine and light and daylight to be seen. There's a sorrow in having this knowledge and having to outgrow this chrysalis and break free of it. You've got the butterfly here for transformation. You've got the white rose of purity. This is a very blessed time. This is a very painful knowledge that you're coming to, but a catharsis. You have to let go. There has to be sacrifice. And it's going to shift everything. This one tells me so. Okay, so calling on the brothers is acknowledging that this transformation is happening and allowing that to happen. Embracing that change, embracing the new of what it is, letting that old, you can't get that anymore. The grief has happened. The death, you have to let go of that death. Okay. Number 5, Bluebeard. How can I neutralize and disassemble the predator? The tower on its head. I think you have to burn the place to the ground. Burn it down. I mean, you're already either encountering death or having to deal with a major significant loss and dying. Whether it's a relationship, new status, new job, new home, whatever. Burn it to the ground. Do not let this sorrow inhabit your soul. You need to find your own fire and let that explode out of you again. Let that passion that you've squelched, the intuition that's been hidden, the smallness that's been contained and isolated in this tower, so like the Bluebeard story. It's time to blow the walls down, blow it out, and let the structure and the chips fall where they will. You are that tower. Yeah, destroy the old, shatter the old, leave it all behind, let it become past. Then, the buzzards of all things. How can I neutralize, this is how can I neutralize, what can the energy of my predator be transformed into? Look at that. I mean, good grief. Out of all of this comes this temperance. It's a balancing of those forces, whether it's celestial and earthly or cosmic and material. It's the balancing of those forces. You've got almost like the fire, water, energy, and all this color coming through. And wings, like I said, escaping the chrysalis, knowing you have to get out there. It's allowing for that to be balanced and flying again so you can take flight. This is how you transform. You have to stretch the wings. You have to stretch the boundaries of what you know after blowing everything all to hell and experiencing such sorrow. Have your cleansing cry. Have several if you need to. But then it's time to let joy in again, to see that sunlight again, to see what light still is there, to listen to the intuition. Gorgeous, gorgeous reading. Gorgeous reading, guys. Okay, we're going to look at the Angels deck from Valentine, and see if there's any more last little notes. That's just stunning. Stunning. Okay, what do we got for you? The High Priestess again. We're going to leave it there, ladies, gents, whoever's. it says the High Priestess, meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. This is not the time for action. So you need to do some more thinking. You're going to blow this down, but you need to think and figure the balance. Develop your intuitive gifts. That they've almost been put out. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. All right, folks. That's what I've got for you on the Bluebeard read. I hope it's helpful. Leave a comment, like and subscribe. Come back again for some of the lighter reads. Really interesting ones. Okay, take care, guys. Bye-bye.